What's up, TikTok? It's your boy Tookie with an itchy armpit. Caught me right off guard. Okay, take two. With today's video, I'm not going to be reading you any poetry, which may be alarming. But as the rest of you may know, I stitch my own clothes. I hand stitch. I sew my own clothes. This is a t-shirt made by me. I find that my clothes are they don't fit right. I'm quite a big guy, so everything I buy is like a square. And then all the arms are they're all like out here. They're horrible. No one has that big Hulk arms. I'm a pretty big guy, but I'm not that big. I usually have to stitch my own clothes so that they end up fitting at least relatively nicely to my frame. I always have to lower the collar and cut a good 12 inches off the collar because otherwise my collar sits under here. So instead of hand stitching this time t-shirts, I've got the horribly fitting t-shirts, and instead of hand stitching them like usual, I decided to actually buy a thing from TikTok Shop. I bought it about 25 years ago from TikTok Shop before it was open. I've set it up, batteries are in, it is working. So we're going to give it a go. Let's start by raising this table. Rip. That'll do. My hair's massively in my face. There is a hairband around here somewhere that I've had to start using. I've had to implement into my daily routine a hairband because this nonsense is way out of control. I'll be back. Found it. I don't know even doing this right, but that's what you get. That's what Top Boy would say, so
That's what you get.
Without further ado, I'm gonna kind of measure up some of these t-shirts and then get sewing. Some of you are probably thinking, how do you get into this in the first place? Well, I grew up in a poor family, and if you didn't fix something, then you didn't have something. So for all of those of you who are thinking, oh, I might buy that and give it a go, this isn't an advert. I'm just putting up some different content for you. So if you're thinking, oh, I'll buy that and do that, don't feel attacked. Don't feel attacked. I'm going on me as a person. Don't buy it and do it, because I'm not going to link it in the description. So you go and do you. But you're probably going to buy it and then leave it in the cupboard. I'm only doing this because I would normally hand stitch it, and to save myself that amount of time, I bought this thing. This thing has genuinely sat in my cupboard for, not in my cupboard, I'm not even that proficient. It has been sat on my table, under my table, near my table for 6 months, maybe, not that long, but it's been there for a while. So don't convince yourself to do something that you're probably not going to do and then have just wasted your money on stuff on TikTok, rubbish on TikTok. I'm doing this to find out if it works, to save myself from my own laziness. But I'm a major procrastinator. So if you're anything like me, don't even consider it. Don't buy it. If you're a go-getter, get yourself I nearly said an ironing board. Get yourself a sewing machine. Right, for those of you that actually are going to do this and do actually care, get yourself a t-shirt that you do like the fit of. Get one of those. And then just measure out with your new tee what you do want your arms and your sides to look like, and start to measure up. I am only adjusting the arms. The square body fit is actually pretty ideal on this tee. It fits my square pretty sweet. Oh yeah, I'm also not a regular human or human influencer person, so my washing machine's on because I'm doing some washing. Am I going to apologize for the sound? No. This is part of being alive. Can we just normalize being normal? Can we just do that? So let's do that. Stop apologizing for stuff. Sorry guys, my hair looks an absolute mess. I haven't had time to do my hair. I've put my hair like this deliberately. If you want to shame me for it,
come at me, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Man's not got time for that, yeah?
turn your t-shirts inside out. Lesson number 1. Stage number 2. Like I said, take an old t-shirt and measure it up against your new t-shirt to set the shape and size. Once you've measured everything up, get your sewing machine, get a bit of, I nearly said plastic, get yourself a bit of why can't I speak? Get yourself a bit of practice thread. Thread's not the word either. Why can't I speak? Don't think as well as trying to do stuff. It will break your brain. Okay. Make sure that the machine works, because I'll be back. Okay, make sure that everything's set up properly, because what I just had was the thread had come off of the bobbin straight through into the machine, as in underneath it, and then it had sewn itself into the machine, which isn't really non-helpful. So once you set your machine up, get yourself a piece of practice, jeans, t-shirt, whatever, just something that's old, and so that you know this goes from left to right, just like you would write, and it will pull the thread, it will pull the material, it will do that itself. There is an annoying thing about this. If you don't pull this properly, then what happens as you pull this off, as you go to cut this piece and go, cool, now I've done my thing, if you don't actually do that, and you're not very careful with pulling this away, it will just pull the thread that you've just sewn ever so perfectly. It will pull it out completely. So your job is to get this thread away from your sewing machine at least a couple of inches, and then cut it while it's still in your garment. Let's just wind this bobbin back a bit. Wind the bobbin up. Wind the bobbin up. So this is what would normally be classed as B-roll content, but I don't really care for it. I'm gonna make some edits, but mostly you're just gonna be sitting watching a grown man struggle, which I think the internet probably is down with. So anyway, so I've measured up my t-shirt. I know what I'm doing here. You don't. I know what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna just start sewing. And then you can come and laugh at my t-shirts afterwards. I will do a before and after photograph of what they look like, so that you can, I'll even do a video. I'll do a before and after video so you can see. Maybe. Should have said this to you guys as well. I mean, you can read it on the instructions, but this will raise and lower. You see the needle there at the very tip? This will raise and lower your needle. So you need to make sure that your needle is raised, and make sure you're careful with your fingers as well. But make sure that your needle is raised when you're trying to put your materials in there, because otherwise they won't go in. And it's difficult enough anyway with one hand, because it's elastic, it's spring-loaded, which is just what we all wanted. It's what we asked for when we asked for t-shirt fixing. We're like, can I get that spring-loaded Action Jackson sewing machine thingy-majigger? Can I get one of those, please? Yeah, no problem, no problem. Will it make it easier for you to do your job? Kind of, and also kind of not. So we're doing about 1 inch to 1.5 inches away from the initial edge, and that's it. I was going to say, and now it's not working. Okay, actually isn't working. Why aren't you working? Son of a bitch. Okay, so far, hand stitching is easier. Questions, why are we not moving? Answers, yet to be found. Oh. Oh my days. Wow. Okay, well, I'm just going to let you guys see this for yourself. So needle is up. I am very carefully, as you can see, pulling. So I'm holding on very tightly to the thread here, because if you don't, all of it comes undone. Now, I'm going to show you the stitching. This, I don't even know if you can see. Some of this portion right here, stitched beautifully. This really badly. That just is not stitched. The entire rest of it didn't stitch at all. So, I mean, there are holes in the t-shirt. I don't know if you can see all of the holes in the t-shirt, but it didn't stitch at all. So, take 2. Okay, we've got it set it up again. Take 2. It's done exactly the same thing again. What are you stuck on? Entirely nothing, sir. There's nothing. Okay, there's definitely nothing in the way. And every time you have to make sure that you've lined stuff up properly. Even though you already did, like... What? What? My question to you is why? Why do you not move? Why do you move when I'm pressing the buttons? Why dost thou not move when I command thee? Move when I say move. When I move, you move, just like that. And now we're moving. And now we're not. No, then it just also just stopped right at the end. It's done the same thing again. I mean, the really bad thing about this is that it's eating away at the material with all the chopping that it's doing at the earlier portion of my t-shirt. It's just chewing away at it because the needle is going through over and over again. I'm probably going to end up with a hole in my t-shirt. So cool. Not cool. Not cool. Let's see if we can figure this out together. I don't want to waste the thread because there's very limited thread on this. Wow, for tough thread. Except really not at the same time. I think that's just bad scissors. Okay, so this is so hard to see. Why did I pick this? So this is just a massive loop. It is actually stitched here. There are like 3 stitches here. This is just a massive loop. This is just a massive loop. And then there is a small amount of stitching between here and here. but it is legitimately a small amount. Like there's a pretty big loop there. There's a pretty big loop there. A massive loop there. And one stitch in the very beginning. And you can see, Jesus Christ, yeah, it's really eating away at the t-shirt. I don't know if you can tell from there, but it's pretty much just making a hole in my t-shirt, which is not what I bought it for. I'm not one of these TikTok people. Oh, I've just got dry skin. Cool. I'm not one of these TikTok people that's just advertising stuff with loads of money. So this is legitimately I'm just filming myself doing something that I did happen to buy on TikTok Shop. Don't buy this. It's crap. That wasn't a nudge, nudge, wink, wink, like, do buy it. That was a don't buy this. I'm not linking it. It's crap. Okay, we kind of got like half of one sleeve done. It's complicated. Let's try. Oh, and we're stuck again. Cool. Just for no reason stuck again. Oh, no, that's me unthreading all of it. What? Bro, why? This... I'm not like a tailor, but I know how to work a sewing machine. Perfectly capable of sewing something. This machine is just... There's no rhyme or reason why that's not moving. What the f***? Let's just come back out. What? I can't even pull it out. It's like it's stuck in from the bottom. And it won't come off the end either. I actually can't believe how bad this is. Oh my god! How do you make a machine this bad? Let's... Oh. God, I wish you could see this better. Hang on. This is just a strip that just didn't sew into anything. How can I show you this in a... I mean, and that's a pretty... Like, if I pull this material straight, that's a pretty straight line on my behalf. Like, getting it straight. But the machine working? 1 out of 10. At least it's on the scale. Okay, just breathe. It's fine. Just breathe. I found out what the problem is. The machine is made of turds. Okay, take 25. I don't know where we are. Oosa. I am opting this time to deliberately start in a different fashion. In reverse, some might say, which is maybe a problem in and of itself. But we gonna learn today. Or not, as it might happen, and we might just sew our fingers shut. Yeah, well, we're not going to learn today. I did lie. Oh my god! it behaves like it is constantly caught on something. I don't know what that thing is that it believes that it's caught on. It's a little bit like the kid from Sixth Sense, like, not the kid, Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis sees dead people, no one believes him. He doesn't know that he sees. Anyway, scratch that. That doesn't make any sense. And now we're randomly working. And now it is just entirely... And now it works again. It's cool. The batteries have literally just come out. Oh! I can smell burning! How is the machine burning? Oh. Okay, I just spent like 5 minutes getting this off here. So, I started this video at approximately 6:25 a.m. We are now... Who's that? Who's that? That's not real. That's not real. I thought I'd been here maybe for half an hour. I mean, time flies when you're having fun. That's upside down. Why would I think that you can read that? Can you see that? It's 8:15. And there's a hole in my t-shirt. Which, contrary to popular belief, is something that when that happens, as in when you obtain a hole in one's t-shirt, when one obtains a hole in one's t-shirt, one will usually acquire a sewing kit in order to repair one's t-shirt. And as per usual, you can't see it. There's a big old hole right there. And, just for good measure, there are 2 much bigger holes on the other. Why don't we stick a finger through, see if that helps? There you go. So there are multiple holes on that side, where there shouldn't even be holes. And there are holes here too. Has it finally stitched it? Well, no. Does it look like it has been stitched? By a blind man, a fingerless blind man is how I would describe this stitching. There are just random threads all over the place. It's no longer lined up, which is partly my fault. That is part of my job requirement, is to keep it lined up. But with all the choking, with the machine choking itself and not moving, there's not much I can do about that. So it's a few millimeters off. That should, obviously, in case you are unfamiliar, it should be level. It should be like this. But it's not. It's got a little lip at the bottom of it. So, I'm going to hand stitch the rest of my t-shirt sleeves and see if I can't get my money back for this machine. It was like £5, £6, something like that, which is about $300. So just that's the conversion rate right now. It's nothing to do with me. If you buy one, good luck. Maintain your sanity. Maybe drink a lot of alcohol before you use it, if you're a happy drunk, so that it just makes you laugh. I'm quite a happy person, so it did make me laugh a lot. But in general, that's infuriating as hell. It's a waste of money, and it's ruined my t-shirt. One sleeve of my t-shirt. So, in about 10 years or so, when I've finished hand stitching the rest of these, I will show you the results. Peace out. Peace out.